Mr. Jaitley said that a better spread of the monsoon meant that the government could expect higher production of pulses this year, which should ease off their prices into the market. Okay, this is one step ahead of what I had requested, which is fine still. At least the options are one below the other. Okay, so it's option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. Looking at the options, I understand that the highlighted phrase is here. The last part. Okay. So we have to see if the last part. So what's the query? This is option 5. Ma'am, the answer given is option 2. But according to me, there should be no correction. Please explain. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at option by option, okay? Mr. Jaitley said that a better spread of the monsoon meant that the government could expect higher production of pulses this year. Okay, so let's understand the context first. Mr. Jaitley said that a better spread of the monsoon. So, if it rains, in all the areas that need it to be rained, right? As in, wherever the pulses are being cultivated, if it rains, then the government could expect higher production of pulses this year. So good rains, good yield, which should ease off their prices into the market. Okay. Option 1. Now, let's look at the underlined phrase in the sentence itself. Ease off their prices. What do you mean by ease off? Is it correct? See, ease off, okay, in fact, I'd say is an idiomatic expression, right? Gives me different meanings. Ease off can mean, one meaning is diminish, reduce, right? So just to give you an example, I can say let's look at the same context, the rain, monsoon. The rain began to ease off. The rain began to ease off, which means it lowered, reduced, right? Diminished. Another meaning is when you say ease off on someone, which means you're saying, hey, like don't be so hard on this person, right? To put less pressure on someone or something. So another way to say it is, hey, don't be so hard on this person. To put less pressure on someone or something. Right? That's ease off. So I can say, hey, ease off on Vinay. Can you please? So maybe someone is going on irritating Vinay or, upsetting him. So I say, hey, ease off on Vinay. Which means don't be so hard on him. Just let him be, right? So these are the two meanings. Now, if I look at the context, which should ease off their prices into the market, doesn't make sense for me, right? As an idiom, it's not the right fit here, which means, sorry, I have to change what is there in the context. So those of you who said no correction required, wrong. I have to change what is there in the context. Okay, it's an incorrect idiomatic expression here. Also, if you ask me which should ease off their prices, is not the, first of all, this expression is not right? Now let's look at other options. Ease its prices. Ease as a word means what? To ease something. If I say to ease something, I'm saying to reduce the difficulty. Right? To reduce the difficulty or trouble of something or someone. Right? It can also mean, to move or proceed with little effort. To ease. With no effort, not much effort from your end, which will probably be the right word in the context. Right? So basically it's saying, Mr. Jaitley is saying, the government will not have to go through a lot of trouble or difficulty, and it's going to be easy if the monsoon spreads, for they can easily expect higher production of pulses this year. Proceed with little effort. Now this is the meaning that the context is giving, which means I need this, ease. Fine. It's definitely not there, because we're talking about the government, I can eliminate option 2. Is its prices off the market incorrect preposition? I can eliminate option 1. Option 3 doesn't make sense at all. Easily its prices in the market, right? So again, preposition is wrong. At the market doesn't make sense. It's an incorrect preposition. At refers to a specific place, right? They're not referring to anything here. Where in the market? So that doesn't make sense. So if you're saying answer is given 2, I'm sorry, Harshit, that is incorrect. The answer is incorrect. If you ask me, the right phrase is option 4. Anirudh, correct. Ease their prices in the market. Would ease in price mean cheaper? No. When you say ease their prices in the market, meaning the government will not have to go through a lot of difficulty or trouble to ensure that the prices are going to be high in the market, because if there's going to be good monsoon, which means there'll be a high yield. So there'll be a lot more pulses to sell in the market. So the answer is actually option 4. So Harshit, I don't know where you got the answer from. And those of you who said no correction required, sorry again. The answer is option 4. Spot the error, finding errors. Okay, let's look at it. He was told that 21 is the age in which one is allowed to get married. Okay. Where do you think the error is? Or do you think there is any error? Seems fine, right? Is there an error? I will give you a clue. So why do I need to change in to at? What is the clue? Somebody point out the clue for me in the context. What is the clue which is helping me change in to at? Prepositional error. Okay, everybody pointed that out. How do you know that that is the error? 21, age, that is your clue, right? So when you're referring to age, usually the preposition that goes with that is at, right? Let me give you some expressions. At an awkward age. Right? At the age of 11, I had an accident. Anuba went to school at the age of 6. Okay, this might not be the case. I mean, just for example, I'm saying, right? Now, please understand, when you're referring to a specific age, yes, you use at, right? That's the right preposition. We all know that, and there is a specific age mentioned here. But there are exceptions. The problem with you guys is, if I say when it has age, you have to use at, you will always use at. That's not what I'm saying. It depends on the context, right? So, for example, let me give you other example sentences just so you are aware, right? Depending on the meaning the context is giving. So, if I say, perhaps Sandeep has grown wiser with age. Right? So what am I saying here? Perhaps Sandeep has grown wiser with age. I'm using with age. So what is the context saying? As he grew, he became wise. So there's some sort of accompanying detail here in the context. So I'm using the preposition with. Right? So if I say, Kuldeep is very confident for his age. Right? Here again I'm using for with age. Right? What am I saying? For his age, this person is very confident. So you don't expect this person to be confident at this age, but so basically he's saying he's too matured for his age, or he's too confident for his age in the context, right? So depending on the context, yes, the prepositions will change, but knowing the fact that at as a preposition refers to something specific, and usually when it comes to age and when the age is specified, the most appropriate preposition to use is at.